Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of June 15th through the 21st, 2026. Pulling a card from the Archangel deck because I recently had really cool messages come through from Archangels in my membership community, the Inner Circle. You have chakra clearing with Archangel Metatron. All right, I'm not even going to read the card yet because I got a vision that just came through for you, Capricorn. Some of y'all are dealing with family BS, okay? There could be a lot of family BS from your childhood, resentments that are lifelong, grieving that's lifelong. That could be like grieving a relationship that you didn't feel like you had with a mother, with a father figure. This could be talking about sibling on sibling, butting heads, not getting together, abuse, situations like that. I don't know why. Childhood stuff is coming through. Family stuff is coming through. Could have been on your mind recently. Could have been triggered recently. Could have gotten into an argument, some contention, resentments recently. And it's just on your mind, right? But the message from Archangel Metatron: call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. And specifically, I'm getting a vision of Archangel Metatron moving through your chakra system, all of them, not even just the big 7, but all of them, hundreds of them, your whole entire aura, and opening them up and clearing out this stuck, stagnant energy, these resentments from the past. There's a vision here of a new life, And this message came through for Taurus about detoxing the negativity. Detoxing the negativity. Not watching the fear-mongering news. Guys, best thing you can do for your energy, hands down, don't watch the news. Okay, stay informed by reading the news, but don't watch the news. Okay, I can go off on a whole tangent on that, but from an energetic standpoint, let me tell you, these news channels are mind control, okay? Read the news, because when you read something, you're consuming information at a slower rate, and your mind has the opportunity to see the words on page and be able to discern this is an opinion piece versus this is factual news, okay? Number one, and your critical thinking is much more activated when you're reading as opposed to listening. So I don't know why I just went off on that tangent, but also pay attention to what you're watching, like just in general, TV shows, movies, what you're listening to. There's something here similar to Taurus: detox the negativity and open yourself up to more optimism when it comes to even how you view the past, Like, I'm sure lots of you, because you're Capricorns, and Capricorns, I personally feel like a lot of Capricorns go through a lot of BS with their families in childhood. I don't know why. It is just something I've noticed. I've known lots of Capricorns. You guys are my most popular sign. Capricorns are very hard workers, and early in their lives, this is just an observation. What the heck is my hair doing? Early in their lives, it's not easy. That's just something I've observed. And there is some energies coming up there that you're ready to once and for all, like, forgive, release, move on. And it's like, you know what? It is what it is. My parents aren't perfect. Siblings aren't perfect. Whatever. Here's the positives that I lived through. Here's what was abundant. Here's what was good. I'm just going to choose to focus on that. And it's not coming from this place of trying to sweep problems under the rug and trying to avoid reality. I think you guys have unpacked reality so many times, every which way, that it's no longer productive, actually. And what is more productive now is to just focus on the good that you've lived through and what you can do now. And look, bottom of the deck, the Fool, optimism, and feeling excited to just tell a new story. We have the 7 of Swords upright. Knight of Wands in reverse. I just heard in my mind, fake friend. Fake friend. And this doesn't even have to be a friend per se. This could even be family. This could be anyone. Seven of Wands, yeah. Who in your life do you constantly feel like you have to defend yourself from, Capricorn? And listen, guys, this message actually kind of came through in your June love reading. Yeah, there was a message. Go watch that reading if you haven't already. In your June love reading, there is this message of like, you're aware that there's someone in your energy, in your space, that, I don't know, doesn't like you or just isn't the best. There's just weird vibes there, right? And the message was, this person is a little bit more conniving than you realize, okay? And now we're seeing all these cards come out here. Seven of Swords, which is definitely the card of not being able to trust someone. Okay, going behind one's back to sort of win. And the polka dots on the clothes here sort of represents that this person doesn't realize, like, they're just going about this in a jestful way, like, oh, hee hee ha ha, who cares sort of vibe. Knight of Wands in reverse is disloyalty. Okay, this is like not being committed to one stance, one path, you know, one vision, one shared vision between two friends, two family members, two partners, whatever. And then the Seven of Wands is having to really defend yourself, defend your position constantly. And the thing is, we look at the Seven of Wands, you're on an elevated ground, okay? You worked really hard to get into the position you're at in life right now, okay? Capricorn, if you're watching this, like, you had to claw your way out of certain vibrations, tooth and nail, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. You had to crawl and ascend your way up. And you're in a position now, I feel like a lot of you guys could probably feel this way, where maybe you're more emotionally mature than your family or where you came from, or you are just like sort of better off or more socially cognizant and developed. There's something there with that. And it's like, you know, I feel like you're still trying to focus on ascending in life. Like, you're still focused on growing something bigger than yourself. Okay, and this requires a lot of your focus, you know, a lot of your time, a lot of work. Okay, this could be like your job is very demanding, or certain goals of yours demand a lot of time and energy, and you've been trying to perfect your schedule, your rhythm, routine to just build this legacy that's bigger than yourself, like we said. And it's hard to do when there's constant distractions that pop up from like family feuding or other people in your life who just are a little bit conniving or negative or just sort of siphoning a lot of energy and time away from you. Underneath that Seven of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this Seven of Swords is literally surrounded by two knights, both in reverse. This is like something that's really holding you back, Capricorn. Disloyalty. Disloyalty. They're not going to change. The Emperor. Page of Cups in reverse. You know, there's 6 tarot cards in this reading. 3 of them are court cards. If you're unfamiliar with the tarot, the court cards represent the people in our lives, and all of yours are in reverse here. I think there's an acknowledgement of like, maybe this isn't the best environment for me, or this isn't the best group of people for me. You know, you could be in an environment where you feel like you constantly have to defend yourself. Like you can't let your guard down around these people. Whether that's a workplace, whether that's your own family, your own friend group, you know, it's not a good place to be when you're in a group and you feel like you have to keep your guard up. You have to look out for yourself. You have to lock away your belongings because, like, oh, well, what if they steal them? Or what if this person betrays me? Like, or even like locking away your heart. Like, I can't expose parts of myself that are more loving and open and comfortable because it's going to get attacked. Or ignored or mistreated. And so the thing is, when your nervous system is in this state of like defensive mode, protection mode, turtle mode, you know, hiding in your shell so that way you're not harmed by your environment, by the people around you, it can be very, very limiting to your growth. You know, you could be the best plant in the world, but if you're trying to grow in poor soil, it might not work for you. You know, you need the right environment. And with the Emperor here, I'm viewing you as the Emperor, where you're in this season where you're just really trying to get your life together. You know, trying to get organized, going after your goals, creating happy, healthy, harmonious relationships, remaining healthy, like just being the emperor of your own empire. But it's like you have a corrupt council. So how far can your empire expand when the council's corrupt, you know, and you're constantly having to protect and defend yourself from people who are within your empire's walls? The Fool went right back on the bottom. I've been like shuffling just to do something with my hands, and the Fool found its way back to the bottom of the deck again. I think that's symbolic because the Fool represents a brand new beginning, a brand new journey. Some of you guys may even be considering like, should I just move? Like a big move, like move countries or cities. Just get out far, far away from these people, you know? Create some space. If not like cutting them off entirely, like just creating tons of space. So that way you can build your empire in peace without having to pause to defend yourself constantly, okay? Like I said, ask Archangel Metatron for chakra clearing and for protection, for insight when it comes to how to navigate people, places, and things that attack your aura, your energy, your chakra system, okay? Thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. Why was I about to call you Gemini? I don't know. Wondering if any of you guys are connected to a lot of Gemini energy right now. Well, we are in Gemini season. But yeah, I highly recommend joining my membership community, the Inner Circle. We are really ascending together, quantum leaping together there. It's a small collective of people that are extremely dedicated to becoming better people, honestly. And a lot of Archangel messages have been coming through there recently. A lot of messages around ascension, perfecting one's energy and breathing and feeling in order to manifest the life you want. And there's been some really big changes in that community, in that collective. So I invite you personally to join that small collective. And if you want to support this channel, like, share, comment, subscribe, hype this video, watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this weekly message. I love you, Capricorn. Bye-bye.